Hi guys, Steph here. Now, we've shown you a number of pens that occasionally we find them that there's no sort of manufacturer's name on them, or they're a little bit of a mystery pen, and we need to find out who actually made these particular pens. As you can see, what we've got is this very handsome black fountain pen. Comes in this lovely sort of a fish scale pattern. It's got this lovely pattern going all the way through. You can see it to the cap there, and if we turn the cap round, you can see, well, there's no cap bands. It's actually a clipless cap as well. But what we want to know, well, what pen is it? If we show you the barrel imprint first of all, I'm hoping you can see that. The barrel imprint reads the St Andrew, and then underneath it's got Colman Co, Norwich, and then underneath that, made in England. So we know this is the St Andrew pen. The company is Colman Co in Norwich, but who made the pen? Now, you may have noticed I was hiding the lever. If we show the lever here, you can see it's got this lovely flanged, what we term as a flanged lollipop lever there. And if we bring it a little bit closer for you, hopefully that's our answer. On the end of the lever there, we've got the CS, which relates to Conway Stewart. Another nice thing about this particular pen, just below the lever there, if we keep it sort of nice and still, you can see it's got actually a pat number just to the bottom there, just above my finger there. You'll see it's got the pat number for the pen. So what we've got here is a lovely black classic fountain pen. The size of it from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, it's 132mm capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice 11mm in diameter. So it's a Conway Stewart made pen for Colman Co of Norwich. I'm not too sure who they are. I've done a little bit of homework. I know there was or there still is, a stationery company by the name of Colman Co. It may have been a pen made by Conway Stewart for them. Also, for you people that might be aware, Colman Co are a famous mustard manufacturers from Norwich. Who knows, it might have been a pen made from them. I believe the St Andrew is quite simply just a model name, if you like, that the Colman Company called this particular pen. But apart from that, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I do not know too much about it. Although saying that, I do believe the Conway Stewart Universal pens, which this is very similar to, even the number, I think it's the number 470, again is a very similar size pen, and again with a flanged lollipop lever. Let's undo the cap like so, show you the pen different angles. This is one of a number of pens that came to me from a good customer of mine for a service restoration. We've nearly finished them all, but I thought it'd be nice to show you this particular one, which I'm sure he won't mind. Let's show you the section there. You can see the section is a sort of longish tapered with this little ridge towards the nib, as opposed to a Conway Stewart nib, which is quite common in this particular period. We've got a Warranted first quality 14 karat gold nib. Let's show you a sideways view, and if we show you the feed underneath, the feed is quite a simple plain feed, again very reminiscent of, well, a Conway Stewart feed of that period. So all in all, a beautiful pen, very nice, very handsome, and very comfortable to hold. Right, okay, I can hear you people saying, well, yes, Steph, but can we see it writing? Okay, let's try it. So what we need to do is dip the nib in the ink, pull the lever, leave it a few seconds. Let's get a tissue, put that to one side, and let's bring on some paper. Now, looking at the nib, it looks to be quite a fine nib, so let's have a look. So, as we said, what this particular one we call in the St Andrew pen. The date, if this is the universal pen, then we're dating it from, I don't know, sorry, not 12, sort of 1928 maybe through to 1938. Again, that's if it's equivalent model to the sort of the Conway Stewart 47, or what they termed as a universal pen. So yeah, maybe 1930s, I don't know, maybe 1940s. Got a bit of ink on my finger. So it's writing nicely, writing with, well, without putting any pressure on the nib. It's writing with a fine line, but once we put a little bit of pressure on, there you go, we're actually getting a little variation. So there we go. So this pen, or should I say the nib, is a flexi nib. So a fine line or a fine nib, writing with a little bit of pressure, with a lovely variation. Very nice. So let's pop that to one side. Let's pop the cap back on. So there we have it, another sort of a little bit of a mystery, if you like. We know it's a Conway Stewart made pen, but who's St Andrew and who is Colman and Company of Norwich? I'm not too sure, but I'm sure maybe somebody will give me some sort of an indication. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you. Don't forget, leave a comment below. But for now, I'll just say bye bye.